Your mom only likes you.
Your mom likes me.
She does. You're right.
Your mom thinks I'm cool. What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? We're back. We're back. We're back with the what's in the box. We're back in the box.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? We're back.
Ugh.
Anyway, that was the wrong instrumental for the song that I was trying to do. I was trying to do Back in Black. That's not what that was.
Oh.
Anyway.
Should I do bagpipes?
So that's not what that looked like. Anywho's, so we're back. We took a break.
Was it much of a break?
I mean, it was kind of a break. Sort of. It was a break from having to do this and me being like, hey, do you want to do this? And you'd be like, nah, kind of like to sleep.
Sleep's nice.
But we did do a lot of things. We did do a lot of things, although it felt like we did nothing. We watched a whole season of The Challenge.
Yeah.
And we watched multiple movies together.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we actually we did things.
We did some shit.
We did some stuff together. But I wanted to talk about that since we did like a whole season in a couple days. I want to talk about The Challenge because with you.
The Challenge 50.
Challenge
40.
Yeah, I was gonna say Survivor.
Survivor 50.
Survivor's 50. We can talk about Survivor too.
Challenge 40.
But no, I want to talk about the challenge because it's fun for me now with you because I've been watching a challenge for a long time. And since we got together, we started watching it. We watched sort of all of them. At least the newer ones. I don't think we ever, me and you started right before Fresh Meat, right? No, because you saw all of the Gauntlet and Inferno and stuff too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it would have been a little before that. But anyway.
I think it was Gauntlet 2.
Is where we started?
Yeah.
When we went back?
Yeah, because I think that's as far back as you can go.
Yeah, because they didn't have it. Yeah, because Gauntlet 3 is is one of my favorite seasons, and that wasn't available for ever.
I thought you had to buy that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It wasn't available to watch on anything. I mean. So yeah. So anyway. So yeah, we watched that, but it's nice that since you got into the challenge and we've been watching the challenge, being able to talk to you about it and you really seeing other than some people that only started watching the challenge when they did Dirty 30.
Yeah.
Because it was a big thing. They don't really have not that you need a whole lot of frame of reference for the show, but there are just certain things that you see over time.
Well,
that make
more the
sense.
vets in the show have been in the show since almost the beginning, so it's
well, that's what I'm saying. There are little things
there are
things with Derek or with CT that yeah, you might know the lore of it, but you didn't see it.
Well, also, if you were to start watching it right now and be like, "Oh, these are our vets," I don't even understand.
Yeah.
Derek is nothing this season, so
yeah. Well, and even
comparatively,
I was gonna say even the last season he was on, he only not that he didn't do a good job, but he only brought that out in elimination. So if you're even if you're looking at it that way, it's well, yeah, they.
Yeah, because the vets don't kill themselves over.
Yeah. Whereas in Inferno, Derek, it was eliminations too, but Derek killed himself all season.
Yeah.
He was Brandon. He went in because that was back when they didn't have a plan when they voted in. It was literally just I voted you in the last time, so we're just gonna keep doing that. There was no strategy, there was no plan. It was literally well, who went in last time?
Yeah.
And the same with Anissa. That's why Anissa went into so many eliminations too, is because her personality put her in elimination, and then like
Yeah.
But anyway, so it's like fun. But that's what I wanted to talk to you about is like because we've talked about it is like how you feel about it and how it's changed and like why you were interested and like things like that from your perspective.
My
Your
perspective.
perspective.
No one cares about my perspective. um, I don't know. I think what got me into the challenge was that I love trash TV, and I love competitive TV. So I love Survivor. I love
Yeah.
those kind of shows. But I think what got me was that it was a good mix of both at first. Like, it was like we get to watch people beat the shit out of each other and get drunk and get sloppy. It was very Jersey Shore
Mm-hmm.
meets, like, I don't know, like a harder version of Big Brother.
Yeah.
Like, because the challenge, like the challenges that they put them through are actually way more competitive than any other show. Like,
Well, especially now.
like, I would say the closest one is Survivor, and the
Yeah.
only reason Survivor isn't their challenges aren't as difficult as the challenge is because those people are already starved.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think
Well, and Survivor is Survivor is a surviving game. Like it's
yeah.
not. It's not a. It is a. I don't know how to describe it. It's is a winning game, but it's not like a
Well,
winning.
there's more to Survivor than just go to the challenge, win it, and then vote someone out.
If you work out the entire
Like,
time you're on the challenge, you could probably survive because you just get thrown in elimination as long as you can get that, you can keep going. But like Survivor, like you don't have food, you're like their challenge has never
there's
had a
idols, there's
challenge
like,
has never had a hang on a post for 3 hours and see
yeah,
who drops first. Like
yeah.
you know
Well,
what I
not just
mean?
that, but there's other things in play, like idols and like
Yeah.
you losing your vote or getting a double vote
Yeah.
or like the challenge doesn't have things like that, so it's not like they go to vote and they're like, well, we were gonna vote this person in, but this person lost their vote and this person has an idol, so it's
Yeah.
like they are like, we're gonna vote this person in, and they're like, unless someone can change our mind,
And then that
that's what we're doing.
and then that somebody is like I think that also that is and we saw it a little bit.
This season they did change that up a little.
I was gonna say we saw that a little bit this season, but I think that is what makes Survivor over the challenge. I think that's what makes Survivor so much more interesting in times like that.
Yeah.
Like the drama part of Survivor, like it's kind of give and take depending on the season and who's there. Like there are times that like it's boring to listen to people talk and it's really not that interesting. But then there are other times like just the combination of people in Survivor, like
Yeah,
you're
it's
like
incredible.
this is interesting to watch like while they're at camp. But the biggest besides the challenges that they do, the biggest thing about Survivor that's really interesting and really cool is the tribal council, and it's because of that. It's because there's so many things that change the outcome in the moment
Yeah.
that like you said like everybody on that tribe in Survivor could be like we're gonna vote this person home. Even there are times that even like they've told that person like hey you're going home, like
Yeah.
we're voting you, and then like nobody knows that they have an idol and they
Or
don't know.
someone uses an idol on them, or
But that's what,
gives them
or
the
gives
immunity
them
necklace,
yeah
or whatever.
yeah, and so like you're having to change. You all agreed on something, and you're having to change that on the fly without
The last minute.
offending the person that you're going to have to shift because you have to vote somebody out like without doing like in the moment. Like that's the interesting part about Survivor, which like
which we did get a little bit of that this season because okay, so season 40 of the challenge they brought a new aspect in where Sorry. 42. 42. My bad.
One. No, sorry. I was wrong.
41.
41.
Whatever.
Anyway.
This new season of the challenge, they brought a new aspect in where, like, so this season they were partnered up. It was a vet with a rookie. And it was like that for the majority of the season. Well, it got to a point where they were stuck with their partner. Like, in the beginning of the season, it was you changed partners every elimination. And then they were like, this is your partner for the rest of the game. But then they made it to where if, like, before you start elimination, before you start who you're going to vote down into elimination, someone, it basically a shot in the dark. It's basically a shot in the dark.
Yeah,
you can say, hey, I want to go after this person for their partner. And they're on like a mini little like challenge now to see who's going to win. And if the person who like said, I want your partner wins, and they get the partner now.
Yeah, and they don't have a choice. It's like that's your partner now.
And if not, if you lose, then you go down elimination. Yep. Like there's no more vote. But if you win, you get to vote again. Well, we saw this season that someone who knew they were going to get voted in, knew they were going to get voted down into elimination, didn't even want a new partner, but they were like, this is my shot in the dark.
Yeah.
Basically, like, stood up and said, I want that partner. They won it. And because they picked a partner that nobody wanted to vote in, they didn't vote that person in. They voted a different team in.
Which you can really tell, and that's what's kind of interesting about, like, because the challenge, in my opinion, I'm sure that there's other things like this, but these are just the two that I've been interested in for the longest time. The interesting part for me about Survivor and the challenge is that the challenge kind of has the same format, which works. Like, the games are relatively the same. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the setup of Survivor is relatively about the same as it's always been.
Survivor
except for like random, except for like random like Ghost Island and like Extinction and like except for like
they change little things up here, but it's not like a huge.
But the interesting part for me about the challenge is that they over the years have done little things to throw things in like that.
Well, yeah, I think
you could genuinely tell by everybody on the like council for the challenge when that happened.
Yeah.
That they were like, what the fuck is this?
You've never dealt with something like this before. Like, yeah.
Yeah, like having to do it on, like having to talk out loud on the fly.
And for the rookies, it's like, whatever, this is, you know.
Yeah.
We've never done this, so it doesn't really matter. But for the vets, that was a huge deal because it was like, we've never had to, like, switch up.
It's always like we made the decision before we go out there. We don't talk in front of people.
And like, if we switch it up, it's because it's a locked vote or some shit.
Yeah.
Like,
but I said that with what's her name, Michelle or whatever, because she's from Survivor. That she jumped on it. She started talking to people like as
Michelle wasn't in the season.
Or not Michelle. Whatever the
D.
Yeah.
D.
She started talking the moment that they were arguing. The moment that they were all arguing about the vote. She like, was a rookie this year. Yeah, she like sat up and started like talking and negotiating for the vote, like while the vets were like arguing about this is not what we planned. This is that, and that part.
Well, let's talk about D for a second.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because she won Survivor, right?
Yeah.
Goes to the challenge all within like a 2-year span. Wins Survivor, goes to the challenge, makes it almost to the final. She's like, what, 2 eliminations for the final?
Yeah.
And then goes right back to Survivor. Like, she's on Survivor 50 right now. Like, that's nuts.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen people do stuff like that before, but not so consecutively and not so long into each season. You know what I mean?
Like, normally, if you're gonna go on another show, like you're
usually
kicked out, like
voted off within the first like
couple episodes.
But to be there like through the entire season of Survivor, to then jump over to another show and be there for almost the entirety of that show, and then to jump back to Survivor. That's nuts, girl. Like, do you have a life? Like, do you do anything?
She has a life making that money. That's what she has. The crazy part about it is she won Survivor. So, like, the first one, before she went on the challenge.
Yeah.
So, like, she doesn't need to be out. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there are certain people that, like, go on these shows that do...
But
that,
she
like,
said she was making the money for her family, so maybe she does need it. Maybe she, maybe
Yeah.
she already used the Survivor
first
money
one.
to deal
Yeah,
with
maybe.
whatever she needed to deal with for her
But
family.
still, that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
But like, seeing... I told you that when it happened.
But what
like,
better
just
person to be in
just
a
seeing
relationship
them...
with Johnny Bananas, though?
For sure.
Because, like, she's busy.
Yeah.
And so he can't be upset that she's busy because she can't be upset that he's busy.
And she... Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, that's been Johnny's biggest thing with everybody, is that, like...
That he's so busy
he does all these things, and it ends up, like, fucking up all of his relationships, because, like, he doesn't just do the challenge. Like,
yeah,
he does the challenge, he does his meet and greets, he does his charity, he does the podcast.
I was gonna say, he has his own company that he runs.
Yeah.
Like,
it's the same with, like, the only difference, I think, is that, like, Wes isn't as, like, out there as Johnny is. Like, Wes runs an investment.
Also, Wes isn't on every single season of the challenge.
That's what I was saying. Like,
Johnny is.
And not just that, but Johnny is on everything. Like, people can be mad at the statement, and it is annoying when he uses it, but by all rights, Johnny is the challenge in the fact that he does all the things. Like, he is, like, the ambassador, spokesperson for the challenge.
Well, in the last couple of years, he's been doing other shows too. Like, he did Traitors, and then he did House of Villains, and he's been showing up as, like, a special guest on House of Villains. Like, this whole last season of House of Villains, he's been on, like, 3 episodes as, like, a special guest. Like, he even sat in for someone because they were in the hospital on House of Villains. So, like, he's busy. Like, he's doing a bunch of other shit. Like, he's like the Boston Rob of the challenge. Like,
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Not that Boston Rob does even half of what Johnny does.
No, I was gonna make another.
I
was gonna make another comparison, but it's not.
Also, I just want to point out, speaking of, like, competitive shows and Boston Rob, I just want to point out how fucking cute it is that Efron and Boston Rob are now, like,
best friends.
They were on Traitors together, and now they're, like, besties, and they have their whole, like, YouTube thing that they do where they're, like, competing to do, like, basic simple shit. And it's so cute. It's so cute.
So you might have to think about this. So I'll ask you a question to think about, but then I'll ask you something that you can just answer. So, what is one of your favorite moments watching the challenge? Because we've watched 30-some seasons together now, total.
See, I like when underdogs win.
Or seasons. Sorry.
I like when underdogs win, and I also like drama. So, like, some of my, like, I can't say, like, there's a top moment for sure, because, like, it's, I don't know, it's jumbled into a pot of, like, these are my favorite things. But, like, I really enjoyed watching Cara Maria win her season when she won by herself.
By herself? Okay, well, will you remember them? I want to, like...
Sure. Watching, even though I hate her, watching Ashley take the money from Hunter was incredible. Like, I was angry for Hunter.
And watching him pout.
But, like...
Watching him pout?
Yeah, like, I was angry for Hunter. But also...
What?
Don't get me wrong, I was really angry for Hunter because I was kind of rooting for, like, them. Like, not him and Ashley necessarily, but, like, that boy group of, like, what was it? It was like Hunter and Corey, and there was someone else.
The Young Bucks.
Nelson.
Yep.
Like, I was kind of rooting for that little, like, group thing. But also, I don't blame her because Hunter was a fucking dick. Like, I mean, absolute dick.
No, we're gonna talk about that. Well, what's the other one?
I don't. There's a lot.
Okay.
Like,
Well,
Joss. Just anything having to do with Joss.
Yeah.
Anytime Joss is on, I'm just captivated. Like, the way he plays, his eliminations, everything's incredible. Like, he is an underdog.
Mm.
Kyle, anytime Kyle is stirring up anything, I love watching Kyle stir some shit.
So, Cara Maria.
Yeah.
What about? I'll break this down into a few things. What about Cara Maria do you like, or did you like, or do you like?
Cara Maria is like a love-hate relationship because, like, I hate how much she doesn't think that she's a fucking badass. Like,
her self-confidence.
Yeah, and like her persona online is that she is a badass. Like, the persona she gives like on her social media is like she knows she's a badass. But then on the show she's just like so tame and like quiet, and you can tell she doesn't have that confidence in herself that she's supposed to have.
Yeah.
And she's such a fucking like champ. Like, she can do anything. And it's just so hard watching that. It's like, oh, Cara, just do it.
Well,
and like her social game was trashed. Her social game is not trash. It was trashed by Laurel and Wes.
Yeah.
It devoured her confidence in her social game, and she's never even tried again since.
Well, that's what I was gonna say, is that, like, with you saying that, I think, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but I think, like, you seeing, like, Wes and Laurel, like bring her self-confidence and self-worth down while she was still doing all of these things, was hard for you to watch.
Yeah.
Because you could see...
It's like they're literally doing this to intimidate you because you're such a badass.
Well, you could see,
it's
like,
just bullies
her, like...
being bullies.
Yeah, you could, like, see her, like, okay,
and it's
maybe
because they found a way to make her small when she is not small at all. And that's why they did it. Is because they are bullies. That's who they are. That's who Wes is. He hasn't changed. He's been a bully the whole show. He's been a bully from the start. He's been a bully since his season of not Road Rules,
Real
World.
Yeah.
And like Laurel, she's a fucking bully.
Yeah.
Like, I've literally never seen a season of Laurel where I'm like, oh, I like Laurel this season. Like, no, she's a fucking asshole and a bully. And she's a sore winner and a sore loser. Like, she's just annoying.
Yeah.
But like, and like, Cara just allows these people, like, she has people in the house that think she's a badass. She has people in the house that think she's good at what she does. She has people in the house that, like, blatantly tell her to her face, you're good, you've got this. But she, like, attaches herself to these bullies and then allows them to put seeds in there. It's like watching Alice do anything. It's like, you have this whole support system that's telling you you're a badass. You have 20 plus years of television telling you you're a fucking badass. You have championships under your belt telling you you're a fucking badass.
You are and you still to this day the only single female winner.
Yeah, and you're letting someone like Laurel make you feel so small. Like, shut up.
Yeah.
Laurel has no self-confidence either, babe.
Yeah.
Like, like, come on. That's why she acts the way she does. I don't know. It's just so annoying to watch, but I also love watching her compete. Like, I love watching her compete. It's so incredible, and she's so good, and she just brings it out. Like, she could go from being so small and looking so small, and then when it's competition time, man, she'll just pull that shit out.
Well, I was gonna ask you, like, how it felt like watching, like, that first win, but, like, to your point, like even that, like that season specifically, like she got a lot of shit because she always, and I think this plays
Well,
a
it gets
part.
to a point where you're not even rooting for her anymore because she's whining so much.
Yeah.
And you're just like, you're winning. What are you whining about? You're fucking winning.
But I think like to a point of like that season, like she was just like, whatever, I'm just gonna keep going. Like, but she did have a lot that season. But what I think is what frustrated me about Kara and how people like treated her. And I know that this is especially true for her relationship with Laurel, but I think that this is why a lot of people like treated Kara a certain way and why she got into like that whininess of like everybody hates me and like nobody likes me or whatever, is because she came in being that awkward girl that didn't know social, not boundaries per se, but like there's things that you just don't talk about. Like she would like openly talk about her sex life and she would like openly like just say things that she was thinking and not like understand, like not read the room.
Yeah.
And like her first like 4 seasons she was like that.
Yeah.
And so like everybody just treated her like this weird girl that we just have to be around.
Yeah.
That just says weird things and like treated her that way. But she also was winning and whatever. And so I feel like the people around got in that cycle of like, we can't vote her out, but we also don't want to be around her because she's weird. And so that like put it in her head.
I don't think
of,
it
like,
was that she was weird. I think it was that
no, but I mean like
as far as people that, because like the challenge is no different than a workplace. Just because you're a really hard worker doesn't mean people want to compete with you. If anything, they probably don't want to compete with you because it means they have to be better themselves. So like, and if you don't have, like, if you aren't going around campaigning for yourself, just like at work, if you're not campaigning for yourself constantly and like holding these relationships, which Kara didn't because she was like afraid of people for some fucking reason. And so it was easy to vote her in because she didn't have those super close relationships or those alliances with people. And so it was like, well, Kara's an easy name to throw out. But also it got to a point where it's like, well, Kara will throw that person out of this game. We want so and so out of the game, and we know Kara will beat him. Like, and it got to that point where it's like it's just like with Brandon, like it was when Brandon was thrown in elimination after elimination after elimination, he didn't really have relationships in the game. He didn't really campaign for himself, and he was a fucking badass. So it was like throw him in again and again. If he loses, great, we lost someone that we probably can't beat in a final because he keeps winning eliminations.
But if he wins,
we also got rid of someone that we can't beat in a final.
Well, they did that with they've done that with everybody who's good, but they did it with Kyle later.
But the reason
they've
why
done it with CT since forever.
Yeah, but the reason why people like Johnny Bananas and Wes, the reason it doesn't happen to those people is because they campaign for themselves.
Yeah.
They gather a group of people. They have an alliance that they become the main totem pole of. Whereas like people like Kara and Kyle and Brandon, they don't make themselves the center post of an alliance. So they're just like
they're
allowing people to use them.
They're in the mix enough to where they're not like an unknown person in the house, but not enough to where people are like, I want them to stay here. Like, you know what I mean? Like Kyle,
like even
Kyle's personality was enough because he's funny and he's like, and he likes stirring the pot and getting in like people's drama or whatever. But it wasn't enough to where people were like, if he goes home, he goes home. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, even like even this season with Kara, like she wasn't in it for the whole season because she had to go home because of a family emergency. But like even in this season with Kara, she's been in this show for what 15 years, give or take.
Close to it, yeah.
She's a vet. She's a winner, And she only had one person out of all the vets. She only had one person that wouldn't say her name. Like, girl, you've been here way too long to not have cultivated relationships enough to the point that people don't want to say your name.
But also, like you've seen in seasons with her, also, I personally think because of her trauma with Laurel.
Yeah.
But when she has spoken out, it's so aggressive that it kills any relationships she's had.
Yeah, like she comes off too.
Like she had a relationship with Johnny for a long time.
Yeah.
Like as far as like,
not really.
For like 4 or 5 seasons. But then she went off on Johnny because of like a random event.
Yeah.
But she like burned. It was with Paulie.
Yeah.
Because of her boyfriend at the time, and just burned it down because
bridges. That's
the only way she speaks up for herself. It's either I'm going to sit here and just not have anything, or it's I'm going to burn every relationship I have right now down because I'm standing up for myself.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying. I think that mentality comes from her trauma with Laurel, because all of Laurel's reactions, good or bad, are all extremes.
You want to know what else was frustrating?
There's no calm version of Laurel. Everything is an extreme. It's either extreme love bombing of like, no, I love you, I would never do this, I'm really sorry for blah 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 blah, or it's you're a fucking piece of shit. Why would you even be alive? Like extremes.
Yeah.
So I think that's why when Kara does stand up for herself, it's an extreme. It's well, fine, everybody hates me and I don't need any of you and whatever. Whereas like if it was,
well, because she victimizes herself. It's very victimizing.
If she would have at all those moments, if she would have done it in like a calmer or even a more like adult way of handling a situation, I think she still would have those relationships with the vets now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, what were you gonna say?
Something else that annoyed me this season though was like some of the hate on some of the female vets.
Yeah.
Like it was so frustrating to watch. Like it was like, even like, especially like vet on vet hate, like come on. Like I am so tired of watching everyone talk so much shit about Aneesa.
Yeah.
Like Aneesa has proven herself over and over and over, even as the big girl she is now.
Yeah.
And yet they still talk shit on her like they could beat her in anything. Like, and yeah, she doesn't. Yes, she's never won.
Mm-hmm.
But not because she's not a badass. You know what I mean? Like, things happen. Like, you get sent into eliminations that you aren't going to come out of. Johnny Bananas got sent into an elimination that he could have come out of this season. CT got sent into elimination that he could have come out of this season. It fucking happens. It happens to the best of them. Well, it just happens to Aneesa more often than everyone else. Well, also, and then, like, John A, too. Like,
yeah,
that fucking pissed me off. Like, John A is a badass. Yeah. She has won multiple fucking times. Not just as a young person, but as the lady the woman she is now. And you're gonna sit there and be mad?
Back-to-back All-Stars.
You're gonna be mad that you're her partner?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Well, that's what. Okay.
Who the fuck are you?
Well, that's what. Like obviously, like sitting at home and like watching all these seasons, like we can be like, do you not remember? Do you not remember? Do you not remember? But like, so I've.
I don't know. I just can't see myself going on that show and being upset that I was stuck with any vet.
No, I agree.
Like, you know what I mean?
No,
like,
I agree. Yes. But like,
I can't see myself being upset about that unless they were like I'm not the strongest swimmer in the world. So if I was stuck with someone like what's his name?
Or Carl.
Leroy.
Yeah.
Like if I was stuck with Leroy, I'd be like, ah, shit, this sucks.
Yeah.
Like, we're never gonna make it out of a swimming. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
but like,
I can swim. I'm not Leroy. I can swim.
But I'm
just slow.
But I was gonna say, but that's like that's the frustrating part about watching that. But like the rookies on the vets not understanding, I kind of understand because like maybe you didn't watch the challenge, maybe you started watching it like after they were already gone, whatever. But like the vet on vet though, like
that
you guys,
me off.
you have been here,
but
like
also not just that, but also like when a rookie is fucking talking shit about one of the vets, where are the other vets to be like, hey, no, you don't know, like, like you don't know this fucking person.
Yeah, like nobody said anything about Derek. They were talking shit about shit about Derek, and nobody said anything. And nobody was Derek.
Like, nah, Derek's a badass.
Yeah, like next to CT, Derek is the like only one that you can throw him into anything, and he will probably 9 times out of 10 come back.
And like even the challenge has like gone off to prove that these people are badasses by like bringing them back as like not like even as competitors, but as mercenaries. CT has come back as a mercenary. Derek has come back as a mercenary. Kara has come back as a mercenary.
Yeah.
Like these people should all be like viewed like just because of that alone. You should be like, "Oh shit, like I have to play against someone who has been used to eliminate people." Like
but also I think that again, like looking at it from somebody that has like from both of us that have watched like the whole thing pretty much.
Yeah.
Of like it's easy to see that, but I also keep in mind that most of the rookies probably haven't seen backlog. So like everybody I guess so like everybody knows the stories of for CT as an example. Everybody knows the stories of CTs. They've seen the clips, you know what I mean? But also they've seen 5-6 years now of CT coming in with a dad bod and like he's won in that time, but like you know what I mean? Like
I guess
they've only seen that they've physically only seen that CT.
I think it's because of watching Survivor for so many years. It's weird for me to think that people go on the challenge and not know the challenge. Because like nobody on Survivor goes on Survivor and doesn't know Survivor.
It never
like,
was
you know
like,
I mean?
Never was like I didn't know what the show was.
Every single person who goes on Survivor says, I've been watching the show since I was a child. Like every single person who goes on Survivor is like, I know everything about this show. I am like, you know, but like so I don't know if that's the case with the challenge because people don't really say things like that. It's not like an atmosphere where that's an interview question.
Or like everybody just sits around and talks about how cool the challenge is.
How cool it is to be on the challenge, you know? So I don't know. I don't know if they have or not. But I guess it's weird to me to think that they haven't because of Survivor. Like it's weird for me to think that anyone goes on any of these shows after one season and doesn't know what's good. It's just like watching any of the other ones either, like House of Villains or Traitors or anything else, and people acting like they don't know how to play the game, and I'm like, this isn't the first season of the show. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, why are you on the show if you don't know how the show works? Like, like.
I think that there's because there have been like I just said, I think that a lot of especially rookies coming in, which is frustrating as a viewer, like I said, for somebody that's been watching it, because you do have that mentality of like you don't even know who you're talking to right now. But like my biggest example is a few seasons ago, I can't remember who it was, but there was a rookie that came on and CT was on there and they were talking about CT and they were like, yeah, he's a badass, you know, he ran through people, he's the best, he's the biggest in the challenge or whatever. So they like knew, but then they were still talking that season about how like he's washed up, he doesn't have it anymore, he can't do like you know the lore, but you don't know. You know what I mean? And I think that's the frustrating part about watching is like for people like Derek and like CT and even Johnny for that matter.
Yeah.
Like everybody, I get it. I totally understand.
I don't know. That's the thing. I feel like these people haven't watched it.
Yeah.
Because if you've watched it, you know. Like, just because Johnny doesn't have the body she had when she was younger, I've seen her win in the body she has now. Like, I've seen her kick ass in the body she has now. I've seen Anissa kick ass in the body she has now. I've seen CT destroy people in dad bod. So, like,
bigger than he is now.
That's why I don't see it. Like, myself, if I was to go on the show, I would be scared that I'm competing against these people. Like, you know what I mean? And I know I'm a normal person who doesn't work out or compete or do anything. But I'm saying, like, even if that was what I did, even if I was, like, even if I did work out, and I'm strong, I'm a strong person. I can lift a lot of weight. But that, I don't know, like, I don't know, you know what I mean?
There'd still be some reverence in that.
I'm good at puzzles.
Yeah.
Like, I could fucking kill at a puzzle. And if you put me on a puzzle challenge, I could probably fucking kill it, right?
Yeah.
I would still be terrified to be in a puzzle against CT.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would still be absolutely terrified to be in a puzzle against Wes.
Yep.
Because, yeah, I know my capability.
But I also know theirs.
I know that I could fucking devour a puzzle. But I also have seen them fucking pop a puzzle off in fucking 2 seconds. And I'm like, what? Okay. Like, you know?
I wanna talk about something because I think it's funny. But I wanna talk about bananas.
Ew.
So
He's growing on me, I guess.
So I love bananas. I always have. Just because I think that win or lose, I think him in general is funny to me.
Yeah.
And I know that like he's gone overboard and he's gone to extremes and he's done a lot of things that were questionable and probably not like I wouldn't condone or be like, yeah, he was totally right in that situation. But like overall, Bananas being in the house and the way he does things has always been funny to me because like I like the pot stirring. I like him creating drama and being in drama and being like, so what are we talking about? Like that whole aspect. And on top of him talking so much shit to so many people, but still being able, and I guess that's for me, like why I like the combination of it is because he also is still able to back that up in a way. Like he's still able to go down in elimination and beat people. He's still able to be like, fine, you don't like me, I'm just gonna win the next challenge and you can't vote me out. Like he like is still he's not one of those people that just talks a bunch of shit and then isn't able to do anything about it. And it's just like, oh, that was fun for 3 episodes and then they got voted out and that was nice. Like he is able to like keep doing it and then just his ability to have relationships, like the fact that TJ loves him.
Yeah.
Like the fact that he has all of these challenge moments that like love him or hate him, like he's just a very
Yeah, the show definitely feels different when he gets voted out.
Or is not there. Like you know what I mean?
When he gets eliminated, the show is different.
Yeah.
For sure. Like there is a change in atmosphere the minute that Johnny isn't there anymore.
And there's like a silliness, but there's like a keeping the spirits up type of like feel when he's there. Like
Sort of.
even some, well, I've said this.
I think he just causes so much like internal competition amongst the other people because he's always like stirring. He's always keeping people on their toes. He's always keeping people like that. It's like,
well, like even
people don't get complacent when he's there.
Well, like even like the little things, like his like little challenges in the house, like when they're not doing it, like the costume party or like
Yeah.
like
Well, and he's also good at keeping people in their places too, like without being like you're in your place. You know what I mean? Like look how dramatically different Turbo was from when Johnny was there at the beginning of the season
and when he wasn't,
to when Johnny left.
Yeah.
And then Turbo just took over like he was king of the castle.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like and Turbo went from this funny character to this just like what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Like
you're
not God.
There's an air about Johnny the same way as in different ways. There's an air about Johnny that the same air that CT has.
Yeah.
Where when Johnny Bananas is in the house, there's a vibe of like, okay, we can talk shit, but like Johnny still is the champ. Like
and he's smart too. Like
he is the most like decorated vet champ of all time.
And he's smart too. He knows what the vets should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
And that I even said that this season. I was like, you guys do this every season, where not just the vets, but the rookies too. This happens every fucking season that there's a vet and rookie dynamic. Is that the rookies come in and they think that they think that they have to
overthrow all
the vets. Mm-hmm. But then there's a group of rookies that make friends with the vets, and it's like you can't do one or the other. You have to do one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do both. You can't be like, yeah, let's do an all vet alliance, but I'm also gonna ally with the rookie or with the vets, or all rookie alliance, but I'm also gonna rookie or alliance with the vets. But the same goes for the vets.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you want to fucking win this, then you need to win it with the vets. You're not going to win it with a rookie. Well, the older vets. I'm talking about the older vets. Because the younger vets, yeah, they're killing it.
Yeah.
Like, Olivia fucking killed it this season.
Yeah.
I don't care who says what. Olivia fucking killed it.
Mm-hmm.
People can say that she was carried. But that bitch was not physically carried up that mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And she surpassed 3 teams to get to the top and win that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck. Just because her partner was faster than her doesn't mean she wasn't faster than the other 3 teams.
Mm-hmm.
She went from dead last to first place.
Yeah.
He didn't physically carry her up that mountain.
She still did it.
She did it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so the fact that everybody's like, well, she's good, but she's not that good. No! She is someone you should be fucking worried about. The endurance that girl has is nuts. She did that pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she didn't even know she was fucking pregnant.
Yeah.
And she did that fucking pregnant. I couldn't even get out of bed when I was pregnant. Like, the fuck? like, the fuck? Like, don't get me wrong, yeah. She had an incredible partner. But that also can be coordinated with her fucking gameplay.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like, the challenge isn't about just being a badass. You also need to know how to play the game.
Well, I mean...
But these older vets, they need to, like, get it together and get together. Like, even Johnny and CT said that in the podcast or whatever, that, like, they need to team up. Yeah, it's about fucking time. You need to team up. Otherwise, these vets or these rookies are going to keep tearing you guys apart. Because they know that you're a problem. They know that you're going to win.
Well, that's what gets me about, like... and I understand, like, he's survived many challenges playing it this way. But that's what has got me about CT. Is that, like, he's done every variation that the vets have tried to do besides that. Like, he's done the... I mean, we saw it. Like, he's done the... I'm going to hang back and just let them do everything. And then, like, when my time comes, I'll just do it, whatever. He's done the trying to get on all the rookies' side and be their friends and whatever. He's done all the things that all the vets tried to do himself.
Yeah.
And it's never, like, worked out for him long. Like he's won in between them, but as far as like
but
a gameplay thing, he's
All Stars and he's won on. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
when's the last time he made it to a fucking final?
He won.
Well, but I'm just saying, like, comparatively to Johnny Bananas.
Yeah.
How many finals has he made to in the last 10 years?
For sure. And there's an aspect to that of that Johnny knows you need both. And that's what I was saying. Like Johnny has both.
Because you can only go down into elimination so many times before you're finally home. Like, you know what I mean?
Or you're just physically
tired.
Yeah. Like and
that's the difference between someone like CT and Johnny Bananas is Johnny Bananas has this whole like thing cultivated so much that he tries to keep himself out of having to go down into elimination. Whereas CT is like, if I go into elimination, I'll just kick ass. And it's like, okay, but eventually it's gonna kick your ass. And it has time and time and time and time and time again.
I do wanna, because you thought it was funny, I do want to bring up CT over seasons, like physically, how CT gets more fit.
Oh yeah, how he comes in like total dad bod, and then like throughout the season, you just see him like slimming and buffing.
Yeah,
and you're like, what is happening?
I was we were talking about this like during this season, and you were like, look at CT, like he's getting, because he started getting to a point where they were talking about putting him in elimination or whatever, and like during that point you pointed it out. You're like, CT looks like he's like
thinning,
like getting skinnier, and like
he's on Survivor or something.
And I was joking with you, and I was like, I would be really scared if CT started looking like that out of nowhere. Like as
but
a
like
person
you,
that,
but also like you said, I imagine if you're in the house with him all day, you don't notice it.
Yeah, but I was just I joked with you is that like I just find it funny because like I was thinking about that like objectively of like, yeah, I can look at CT most, like this time wasn't even that bad, to be honest.
No, not
compared to other seasons. He didn't come in looking like that big, like as far as like dad bod big. He's always big. But like I get when CT shows up like that, you being like, okay. Like yeah, he's CT.
He didn't really come to compete this season, guys.
Yeah, he's CT, but like whatever. He's gonna be eating donuts in the kitchen. Like it's not really that. But like, if I would start, if the talks of him being put in elimination started to happen, and I started to see him get like that, like more muscular, less stomach, like started to see that, I would be like, fuck, because CT like hobbling around like that CT. Okay, you put him in elimination, I might have a chance. But once that starts to change and like that CT starts to happen, like that old CT starts to like come through, there's nobody in that house that shouldn't be like, shit. This is probably, I don't want to go. I don't want to go down there. Like that would immediately make me want to start like campaigning and be like, can we put somebody else down there? That would be nice. But like even I just think it's crazy like how, and you've said, and obviously you've said that like about me too, but like how crazy it is that like how quickly that happens for him. Like, you know what I mean? Like noticeably enough to where like we noticed it watching it, like before like he was talking about it or whatever. But like his ability to just be like, I just start working out when I get there, and
I don't know.
It'll be fine.
But also, he said he's gonna change that this next season too. That he's tired of coming in being underestimated.
Also, we got time, but I also want to talk about that because we talked about that too, about like how different the challenge has become.
Yeah, it felt very okay. I've been kind of saying this for a while, and it's very on par for MTV, so it doesn't really like surprise me that much.
Mm-hmm.
But it felt very scripted this season. And I don't mean scripted in a sense that like the cast members have scripts. I mean like
what's reality TV? It's all scripted. Somebody will say it. I'm just saying.
But I mean like it felt like eliminations were picked based off of who was going in and not set up ahead of time.
Yeah.
Like on Survivor, they don't set up like challenges on Survivor based on who's still in the game.
Or who they think is going home at Tribal.
Yeah, like they base them, they have them all planned out ahead before they even get the cast out there. Mm-hmm. And like I've thought about that about the challenge, like I think the one that got the and I've brought this up before. The one that got me that I was like, that was last minute. That was last minute production going,
shit.
We gotta change this. Mm-hmm. And that's fucking irritating. It should not be that way.
Yeah.
Was the time that they voted CT down. And it's the only time it's happened.
It was the
only time it's happened.
And it was I know we just talked about like dad bod CT, but it was like big
gonna kill people CT.
It was CT took his dad bod and turned it into all muscle. Like it was like big CT.
And he got voted down into elimination. Yeah. Elimination was pole wrestling. And they made it a 3-way.
Yeah.
2 people versus CT. Mm-hmm. And I get that it could have been all 3 against each other, because that's technically what it was all 3 against each other. But why the fuck wouldn't 2 people try to get CT out first?
Yeah.
Who in their right mind would partner up with CT
just to have to go against him?
Just to have to go against him.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, that was such a shitty format. Like,
and like you said, it's the only thing
it's the only time it's ever happened.
Yeah, it's the only time that something like that has ever happened.
So that was so, like, last minute scripted. That was so, like, oh, they're throwing CT in. He can't win this season, so... Or it might make for good television if he beats 2 people. Yeah. Let's see if he can do it. And either way, it was trash. It was trash. And I felt a lot of that this season.
Yeah.
I felt a lot of, like, the eliminations were based a lot off of who was going in them.
Well, and
it felt very unfair to the other people that were being put into elimination.
Well, even, like, the challenges themselves were just, like, they were too... I understand, like, as a show... I understand as a show that's been on for 40 seasons.
You gotta change things. There.
But there were just things that were just too... It was just too much. It was too over the top.
Like the stair steppers.
That's what I was going to say. Like, the stair steppers.
What the fuck is that?
Why? Why do we need... Like, what... I said this to you. I was like, what was wrong? It was a trivia day. Like, if it was any...
other challenge.
I still think that a lot of the challenges, the daily challenges, were still over the top and unnecessary. But that one specifically, why? It was a trivia day.
Well,
why
if you're gonna make it, okay,
can we not go back to the simplicity of trivia day?
Yeah.
Of you get the question wrong, you fall in the water.
But
why
also,
does it need to be?
But also, if you're gonna make it over the top and all that, make it cool over the top.
Yeah.
Make it jumping from fucking tractor trailer to tractor trailer, or fucking or the being pulled by a car while you're trying to drive around the Tower of Boxes. Mm-hmm. Like, make it a cool, like, thing of, like, this is too much. Like, we spent a lot of money on production. Stair steppers.
Well, also,
I mean, what the fuck?
Well, also, like, yes, they've always.
I guess it's an endurance thing, but
also, like you said, and like CT said, also you're putting a disadvantage. It's not equal, is what I'm saying. Like, they were talking about not just CT, but what's his name? Olivia was talking about the guy that was next to her, about how every time he would step, it would shake the thing.
the whole thing would shake.
So, and he wasn't as big as CT. So CT's big. So he's trying to fit
in something he can't fit in.
Fit in something he can't fit in. You can't hold it. They weren't able to hold it.
They weren't allowed to touch it.
So you have a big guy who is stepping on a stair stepper like this, who can't balance. Like, it's unfair, and on top of that, it's
like, even if he had the endurance to do it,
yeah,
he physically could not do it,
and it's shaking the whole thing. So like, it's like, you know what I mean? It's just but that's why I was saying, like, there are things that were just over the top and unnecessary. Like, that's just an unnecessary challenge. Like,
yeah,
you know
why can't? Yeah, well, I think my problem is why do that on a trivia day? If you really wanted to do the stair stepper thing, then do the stair stepper thing like they did in the final.
Mm-hmm.
Make it that you're competing each other endurance wise over the stair stepper. Okay, fine, whatever. But it's trivia day.
Yeah.
And you're getting out the smartest people because they can't stair step.
Mm-hmm. Also,
why?
Can we go back to challenge trivia? I know that they've always thrown like random trivia questions on trivia day for the challenge, but I'm really tired of them just being random trivia questions. Like, I liked the challenge trivia questions. Like,
I don't know.
In season whatever, Wes did this, or what flavor was the soda that was poured on Cara Maria? Like, like
it was
just random, like, you know what I mean? Like, just random. But also, that would, in my opinion, that would also solve the other problem that we were talking about how, like, if people knew that was part of trivia, they would watch
the challenge,
other seasons. They would come on the show, like, knowing, like, things.
But I think
like
the
that.
argument of that is that, like, the rookies aren't gonna know.
So watch it. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, but it's different watching it and being there. Like, Johnny Bananas is gonna know what season he was on he did this.
That's true. I guess.
Whereas, like, a rookie is like, oh, I remember watching that. I know it was season 30, but I don't remember where they were.
Yeah, tell me what season.
Yeah, like
Johnny took the money on Sarah.
Yeah,
like
you
can't
know,
tell me that. Well,
but Johnny does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Johnny's gonna know.
Yeah.
Sarah's gonna know.
That's
like,
fair.
you know what I mean?
That's fair.
Other people that were there that day, they're gonna know. But so I get what you're saying, but I also think that it is kind of unfair
advantage
to the vets versus the rookies that are like, well, I watched it, but I don't remember what the name of the continent was that they were on.
So, last thing. Well, now we have something to talk about the next time. So we didn't even talk about what I was going to. But last thing, how do you feel about the 2 times that it's happened of taking the money from their partner? How do you feel?
Okay, one, I hate it because I think it's such a shitty thing.
The option?
The option.
The
fact that they make it an option at all, I think it's so fucking shitty. Like, these people busted their ass to get there. But it also makes for such good TV. And it makes for such good TV for seasons later. Not just like that one season, but it makes for good TV consecutively.
Yeah.
Like, it made for good TV that Hunter came back after getting the money stolen.
Yeah.
It makes for good TV that people know that Ashley has stolen money before.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
well, especially
you don't want to get to a final with Ashley. What if she fucking steals the money from you?
Especially like going on other shows.
And with Johnny too, like.
Yeah. But it's also one of those, in my opinion, it's also one of those things of like.
And also with Sarah.
Yeah.
When Sarah came back, we rooted for her because
she got
fucked over by Johnny. So you're like rooting for her. Mm-hmm. So it feels good to have that, like, I want you to get this. I want you to, you know. And so it makes for really good TV and it makes for really good competition. But it also is such a shitty fucking thing. It's so shitty, especially in this kind of show. Like, if it's a show where that is, like, the basis of it, like Traitors.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if a traitor makes it to the end of Traitors, they get all the money.
Yeah.
So everyone else gets their money stolen from them. So it's no different than, you know what I mean? Because you promised these people you were going to make it to the end with them, and then you took all their money. So, like, you know what I mean? So it's no different. It's the name
of the show.
It's no different. But the difference is that show.
Yeah.
You know that show. You go into that show knowing that's how it's going to end. You go into that show knowing that if you take a traitor to the end, you're screwed out of your money.
Mm-hmm.
You don't go to the challenge knowing that if you take Johnny Bananas to the end, he's going to take all your money.
You do now.
You do now. But I'm saying, like, then, like, or even now, because but that's the thing, they don't do it often enough. Mm. They did it 2 times.
Well, so it's like, that's probably why they only did it 2 times.
So it's
they did it the first time because it was a new thing, and then Johnny fucked it all up, and now that's been his legacy. And then they did it
one more time to see if someone would be nice, and they weren't.
But to the defense of that, they also did it a 3rd time, and CT did give everybody money. But that wasn't the same thing. That wasn't...
It was how much money are you giving to the next 2 teams that are getting to the top.
It wasn't like...
It was you and your partner can take all the money, or you can divide it.
Yeah.
Like, you can give this percentage to...
And that's what I like about CT doing that, is it wasn't over the top either. It wasn't like, well, I'm giving them half, and I'm giving them half, and whatever. Like some shows would be about it or whatever, because like you're being the good person. CT did it in a way of like, it was modest enough, but it wasn't half of his money that he could get.
Yeah, it wasn't a ton of his money.
It was enough that it was like, yeah, I'm gonna break you off some, but it also wasn't like, I'm not giving away half of what I just earned to be nice. Like,
yeah. But I don't know. I just think, like, that's what I'm saying though. Like, if you went onto the show, that's the thing. These people didn't even know until they were there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, these people didn't even know this was an option until they were at the end of the challenge.
Yeah.
Like, they were like, I picked this partner because they can help me get there. Yeah. Or, like, well, like in the Johnny Bananas one, it was rivals. So it was like, we're stuck with each other. We have to be rivals. Let's make this work. Let's figure it out.
And they did.
And they did, and they won. Mm-hmm. And they were like, oh my god, I can't believe we did this. And then they were like, well, technically, Johnny got more points than you did throughout this.
Mm-hmm.
So, Johnny, you won. Do you want to split the money with Sarah, or do you want to take it? And Johnny's like, oh, I'll take it.
Yep. Yeah.
And it's like, excuse me?
but also, I know, like, in the same vein as me liking Johnny anyway, but also, unless I'm married to you, I have no obligation. Like, this is for me, and Johnny's a little different, because Johnny doesn't have anybody. Like, he's not married, he doesn't have kids or whatever, but, like, in the same sense of, like, yeah, we may be friends, yeah, we may have been partners, but, like, I have no obligation to you. This is for me and my family, this money. Like, yes, as a good person,
I have a question for you.
Wouldn't want... What?
When it comes to a final...
You're not going to like my... Oh,
when it comes to a final, which do you prefer? Do you prefer the finals that are based off of how many points they gained throughout the final? Or do you prefer the final like this season, where it doesn't matter if you've been in last place the whole time, if you get to the top of the mountain first, you win?
I think yes, but I think the time...
Yes? You said yes to both.
I know.
Okay.
Yes, I like the get to the top first, but I like the time lapses instead of the points. Like, I I don't like, I did all these challenges, I got to the top of the mountain first, but the 3rd or 4th person that got to the top of the mountain had more points, so they won.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like that. I think that's trash. I got here first, I won.
I agree.
But I also like the finals that have the time lapses, where you didn't finish the puzzle or whatever, so you have to wait like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Or like I like those, because like this season, when somebody surpasses that didn't, when somebody that has those stops surpasses somebody that didn't, it's better.
Yeah. Like this season.
Like I got 40 minutes held back before I could even start going up this mountain, and I was able to surpass you when you got a head start.
Yeah.
Like those things I think are really cool, and not only make for good TV, but make it good like for the challenge, like watching the challenge.
Yeah.
Is like, because you're like, oh, you're that much better. Like, you're a lot better than I thought.
I think this season was a really good testimony to don't give up.
Yeah,
that anything
for sure.
can happen.
For sure.
Because the fact that Olivia and what's his name? Jeremy ended up in like last place every day.
Mm-hmm.
They started off in first place. But because they got to like a competition part of the final, mm-hmm. and they weren't able to beat the other teams, they ended up in last place almost every day. But then they still got to the top of the mountain first. Mm-hmm. Like, it really just kind of like goes to show that don't give up. Mm-hmm. Like, literally anything can happen. You can surpass the other 3 teams. I didn't think there was a way in hell they were going to surpass the first team because they were so far ahead. Mm-hmm. From everybody else, not just them. They were so far ahead from everyone else. Even the second team was like, I can't see them. Yeah, I don't know where they are.
Yeah, when they first started.
And it's like 3 teams beat them at that challenge thing. They had to wait. They were like, what, an hour and a half behind the first team?
I was going to say, it was over an hour.
And they still surpassed all 3 teams up the mountain.
Yeah.
And not because anyone stopped or stopped walking or, you know what I mean? Like, mm-hmm. they just kept going. And it just really goes to show that, like in future challenges, like, I want to see people be like, I watched Olivia and Jeremy go from last place to first. I can do it too.
Mm-hmm. Or in a sense of, well, like you just said this, but in a sense of like, well, they did it, I can do it.
Whereas I think the points kind of give people the option to be like, well, I'm not going to win, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah. And I hate that I mean, we've seen it with a couple people over the years with the challenge, but I hate that mentality of like, you're here. Like, go until the wheels fall off, at least.
Yeah.
Even if that's one challenge.
Yeah.
Even if you give all you got and you physically can't do it anymore and you lose and go home. Like, but all these people just giving up and like it's the biggest thing that bothers me on the challenge. It's all these people being like,
yeah,
we're not gonna win, so just take me home.
I think after watching so many finals of the challenge and after so many seasons of Survivor, mm-hmm. and like hearing Jeff say over and over, anything can happen, keep mm-hmm. going, anything can happen, you get that stuck in your head as a watcher and mm-hmm. you're like, don't fucking give up. And you've seen things. Mm-hmm. You're like, guys, Olivia broke her nose in a final.
And couldn't finish it.
And that meant the team behind them mm-hmm. got bumped up into their place. Mm-hmm. Like, anything can fucking happen. Mm-hmm. Like,
or Zach getting a cramp. Yeah.
Or like Big E, was that his name?
Big E. Yeah.
When he fucking like basically had a heart attack.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, literally anything can happen. Fucking what's her name? Casey fucking broke her ankle.
Yeah.
Like,
out of nowhere.
On a rock.
Yeah.
Like, just on a rock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, don't give up, because like, what happens if you're in the last little home stretch? Okay, so like this season we watched that team, the 4th team. Mm-hmm. They got surpassed by Olivia and Jeremy, and they were like, that's it. We're never going to make it up this mountain. Mm. Like, we'll just go off. And, like, I kind of get it to a point. Like, they were literally exhausted. They couldn't breathe anymore. Yeah. They, like, so part of me is like, okay, I kind of get it. But also, like, what would have happened if the next 3 teams, I'm not saying that this is possible or that mm-hmm. it has happened before, but heaven forbid the next 3 teams get medically eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
But you already gave up.
Yeah. You're already gone.
You already gave up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I just watched that and I'm like, no, I'm good. If I was there, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter if I had to drag myself up the fucking mountain by one arm.
Well, it's the same,
Like,
not just for finals, but it's the same as, like, well, TJ's whole quitter mentality. But it's the same as, like, when people have done it for eliminations. When they've, like, heard who they're going in to elimination with, and they're like, I'm not going to win anyway, so what's the point?
Well, a good one for that too is the one with Laurel and what was her name? I can't remember who it was against, but they had to climb the tree to put the poles in the tree, and Laurel fucking cheated and just popped the pole into the top of like some random spot and not actually in a hole.
Yeah.
And she dropped down and was like, I won. And if that other person would have just like stopped and been like, well, I guess I lost, instead of putting that last pole in, it would have been a second fight over who could get to the tree fast enough to get that second pole in.
Mm-hmm.
Laurel would have won probably. Whereas, like, she didn't. She lost. Mm-hmm. She lost because she fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean by, like, Jeff's not wrong. Anything can fucking happen. Like, you can't give up. You gotta keep trying, because, like, who knows? You know? Mm-hmm. It's like watching like on Survivor, the one that gets me is when they have to, like, place the blocks to create a word, and they're balancing it with a rope or whatever, and you see that one person that, like, you have the one person who has 2 blocks on theirs, and the one person who has, like, all but 1 on theirs. And the person with 2 blocks is just sitting there watching the other person because they're like, well, they're going to win it right now, instead of continuing to try. And it's like, you could be like 5 blocks ahead of that person right now, but you just sat there.
And also, if you just sit there and wait and that person's blocks fall, you're still, like, behind everybody. That's what I'm saying. Going.
Yeah, you're behind.
Yeah.
Like, keep going, keep trying. Just because, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I hate watching people just stop. And I'm like, I get being tired. I get, like, I guess if I knew I was safe and I was exhausted, it would make sense. But you see people that know they're not safe just sit there and take it. Yeah. And I'm just like, what are you doing? Why are you even on this show?
I like watching these shows with you. It's nice. Yeah. It's fun. And it's fun that, like...
Also, one of our biggest complaints is when people come on to Survivor or The Challenge and go, I don't know how to swim.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Why did you sign up for this?
Especially there are, like, yes, it's funny, but there are vets that still use that as an excuse. And I'm like, okay, you have no excuse. You know that there's swimming.
I think I find it way more frustrating on Survivor than Challenge. Yeah, because on the Challenge, at least there are other challenges that don't involve swimming.
Yeah.
Survivor, you're on a fucking island.
Yeah.
Like, even when you're not in a challenge, you're gonna have to go in the water sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, why are you on an island and don't know how to swim? Like, what? Have you ever watched a show?
I like having shows to watch with you that, like, I can talk about and say things, and, like, you know, that was the fun part about, like, you wanting, because you get obsessive. Yeah. But you wanting to watch all of the other stuff and, like, oh, I don't understand what they're talking about here, or, like,
let's watch that season.
Because, like, you started watching it with me, like, right before Dirty 30.
Yeah.
And then, like, they were making references or whatever, and you're like, what is that? And I would say stuff, or, like, I would say things. You'd be like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about or what that has to do with this or whatever. And, like, instead of explaining, like, you were like, well, let's just watch it. And then you got obsessive of, like, I want to watch all of it. Like, all that we can.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's nice having shows like that with you where, like, we can talk about, like, lore and, like, things that have happened in the past and, like, things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the same as or like get certain things, like the same as Survivor, where like they'll do stuff, and like if I don't, you will. You'll be like, oh, like they had this on like when this season. Do you remember like when they said this or when they used this like things?
I think the
like
only
that
difference
are
between
fun.
Survivor and Challenge is I've been watching Survivor since it starts, since Rich.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
Like, so,
It's the flip because I've been watching the Challenge since Road Rules. Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
so like when things do happen in seasons you haven't seen, like I do have to like explain it to you. Whereas like I have watched all of the Challenge, so it's like,
so I got it.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just nice.
Or like this season, like season 50, where I'm crying as they're introducing each and every person.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay. And I'm like, no, you don't understand.
They're so good. You don't understand their story.
Understand. You've never seen the Coach lore.
Yeah. You don't know how awesome the Coach is.
No, not necessarily Coach.
Anyway.
Not necessarily Coach, but
Ozzy for sure.
Ozzy, yeah.
Anyway. So yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Thanks for talking. We did a whole podcast. We did it. Yay! Whee! Thanks for watching. Yay! Thanks for viewing. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Oh, Wyatt did that.
He does that all the time.
No, I mean he did that the other day in real life, like without his tablet. He was just talking in the back seat, and I was just like half listening to what he was saying. And then he goes, "All right, like and subscribe, guys."
He does that to me all the time.
So funny.
He does that to me all the time.
I think it's so good.
I'll be like, "Do you want to? Do you?" I'll like, I don't know. I'll ask him what he wants to eat or what he wants to like. What's he want for snack? And I was like, I'll give him 2 options.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll be like, if you want goldfish, like, and if you want this, subscribe. And I'm like, oh my God.
I think that's funny.
And I'm like, you tell me, are you liking or subscribing?
Pick one, kid.
Which one do you want?
So, yeah, thanks for watching. We'll be back. Back in black at some point. Yeah, every Friday, 10 a.m. Be there or be square. Okay.
Somebody got it. Beans and cornbread, boop boop.
Take it away, kitty.
Beans and cornbread, boop boop.